Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome back to Deep Junk Garage. I'm the host of this train wreck, Regular Bob. Hey, this week, a couple to show you. The 65 Land Rover Safari is done. I'm digging it. This thing is pretty cool for a mainline. Can you call up a Matchbox mainline? I don't know what their name is for their regular. I'm going to call it a main line. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. For a regular 99 centered, $1-ish, depending on what store you're in, I guess, what part of town you're in. I had a lot of fun with it. To start getting rid of those little wheels and tires on it and getting it up in the air, give it a little bit more altitude. Cut a slot in the base, in the chassis, to drop the axles in and get it up in the air. Those are Matchbox wheels from another truck. I added the spare up on the hood. I just kind of dug that the way they had the spare up on them. If you've ever seen a Land Rover without the spare, they have a large plate that bolts across the hood that kind of evens out the weight on the hood, so I guess it doesn't cave it in. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I took one of the original wheels, shaved it down so it would sit and look like it should, popped a hole in the hood, and then dropped the axle through it, bent it up under. Put a dab of glue just to hold it. I know I said I was going to ditch the hubcap on that spare, but I kind of dig it. I know it would be a bear driving around, the sun glaring off of it, but hey, this is, 64 scale. It's what Bob Ross would say. It's our little world, it's our little secret, Remember Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting? So that's our little secret there. And added a brush guard, just a small brush guard up front there on the bumper. Was tossing around the idea of some lights, but it kind of cluttered up the front. Plus we got the lights up top on the roof rack, so made the little brush guard on the front. Mirrors and gas cap blacked out those port windows up on the roof to go with the tinted windows that's in it. No real interior in that, just the real darked out glass. The roof rack, I kept the stock one on it. I kind of like that. Just added some detail to it. The little chainsaw did an orange like a Husqvarna. And then you get your bags, your stuff when you go off-road. Don't get caught off-road without stuff, because you might need some stuff. Of course, underneath, exhaust detail. Added that tailpipe behind the rear axle and out to the left. Got rid of those, still don't know what you'd call them, for lack of a better term, like backing plates or something behind the wheels that usually stick down. I guess they would keep in play. They would keep the wheels from folding up under. But yeah, it's done. Had a lot of fun with that one. Lots of fun. I enjoyed it. Next up, guys, hold your breath. Ta-da! The 55 Chevy is done. I had to draw a line in the sand somewhere and finish it, because if I keep going with this, there would be more and more and more and more. What started out as a main line and a 5-pack, I first just did real riders, and then it turned into, it was going to be a paint job, and then the paint job went 3 times, and on the 3rd time I ended up with this paint scheme. And then, well, with the black and gold, it looked kind of looks like blasphemy. So now I'm Hemi shopping, and then when you're Hemi shopping, it's got to be the right one. But you guys know, it snowballs. So 6 months later, here it is. This was I like those, the I don't even know what you want to call them, the upper, the more pricey Hot Wheels. They had the candy striper and different 55 gassers, and I always dug those. I could never find one in any of the stores around here. And I figured about the time I buy one on eBay and have it shipped here, I'm probably going to change it anyway. So when I found the 5-pack with this car in it, it just made sense that I'll just build my own. Because I'm going to end up changing something anyway. I always do. You can't leave anything alone. So it was the Hot Wheels drag strip logo on the side, I believe. It was a darker red color. I'll throw a picture in there. Painted, it was supposed to be black with a red roof. The first red didn't work out. I had red lines on it. It didn't work out. I changed the color red. And I must have had dirt because it started to lift at the top by the windshield. So I painted it again, and I went with the gold. And like I said, then it looked like, kind of looked like it looked like blasphemy. This car doesn't look the same now. It's still got its rear bumper, doesn't have a hood. But the Hemi just seemed the natural way to go, and I found the one that I liked. I probably wouldn't have went with it and a Hemi unless I found this Hemi, because it's a cast piece. It's not plastic, and I don't really like the looks of them plastic motors. You'd have to detail them out a lot to make it look, decent. So I painted that Hemi. The block is aluminum. Up to valve covers and blower, the blower hat, the raw Zamac. Did a little blower belt detail, and left the base of the motor that was in it so I could use my fender well headers. Up front, the radiator was done just in aluminum, and then a little chrome pen at the top, make it look like a polished tank. The headlights, turn signals, little grille detail. If you can see up in there, there is a roll bar in it. Standard stuff out back. I did a drive shaft, detail underneath. But that's it. I'm digging it. Like I said, I gotta draw a line in the sand somewhere. You keep going with this stuff and 2 years later still not have it done. On the bench, just to show you, I had been messing around with some paint, and I did this one, which is a Matchbox 75 Caprice. This paint in the camera's not going to do it a whole lot of justice. It's a candy red. Whoop, you don't need that anyway. Candy red, and I did it just to see. I'm just playing with it. Just to see how it would come out. It was an older paint. It's an enamel, and I shot it right over the Belair Zamac. I kind of polished it up. Instead of, some guys will shoot over white or silver or gold when you're using the candy, the transparent color. I just shot it over the Belair Zamac, and I polished it up with a Scotch-Brite pad, and did some fine sanding and had on it. So it looks much better in the daylight. I'm happy with it for just playing around with it. Now I'm in search of wheels and stuff for it, because I really didn't have a direction with this car. I just wanted to play with the paint a little bit and see how it come out. So that one, we got it going, and another one coming up. I just picked it up out of the cars to be done. We're going back to the 70s, guys. Van City. When I saw that, I knew I had to do it. Think bass boat, metal flake in your face, 70s kind of debauchery. This one, it's not in bad shape. It paints, naturally, but the windows, And the wheels on it are still, you know, they're not all, it's not all busted up, it's not corroded real bad. Spoiler sport. Hidden headlights, the big spoiler on the back. What's not to love? So that'll be coming up. Some other things going on. The Challenger, put up a little video on that later in the week. Was playing around with some stuff to get corrosion off the base, and trying to find wheels and tires for the Caprice. Something that goes well with it. Other than that, that's it for this week, guys. I appreciate you watching. If you're new, thank you. Please hit the like button, subscribe. You can check me out over on Instagram, Deep Junk Garage, deep_junk_garage, and I put some pictures in there. I'm gonna start doing some like I guess in progress type stuff over there. Work in progress pictures we'll put up from time to time. Again, thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.